Real quick, let's welcome everyone here to the stream that wants to be anyway. Hello to all Bugman, Septuple X, Josh Versus, RC Star Destroyer, Rat119, Gothic Spike, Killer Killian, Fargoth Neverveen, Servant of the Horned Rat, 00 Haplo, Mornington Crescent, Brandon Loves You, Vayer7, Chunky Nurgling, Shorter 9000, Hawk Oddly, Haplo, thanks for the posture check, and Charlie the Turtle. Good to see you all. Welcome to the stream. I was looking forward to Wolfrip for Friday. No, you did not miss it. We had a bit of a weird, how do I say this? There is a weird scheduling conflict that came up that in retrospect, I should not have allowed it to delay the session, but I did. I won't be making that mistake again. But one of our, I'm not gonna like say who, but we kind of had a player that had a bit of a weird scheduling conflict. And because I really want to have everybody for every session, I decided to go ahead and reschedule the session. So now it's going to be on this upcoming Wednesday. In retrospect, I shouldn't have rescheduled it. We should have just done it without him. But that's okay. You know, lesson learned. Roxy Trey, hey, what's up?
Love your Witcher streams.
Hey, thanks so much for the 2 months, and I'm really glad you enjoy them. I have also been greatly enjoying them. I'm gonna be really sad when we finish this game. Have they confirmed they're remaking Witcher 1? I would love to play the original games, though I would probably much prefer waiting until they get remastered and are like more modern. Oh, before I go any further, make sure I have recording turned on. Aha, yes, good. Are the streams in a playlist? Yeah, everything on the secondary channel is on a playlist. I have kept the secondary channel very organized and have worked my ass off keeping that thing looking nice. That is where a lot of my time goes after streams. There's Shawnee. Making a flower crown.
Never seen this side of you.
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
Well, that's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
Who's getting... I mean, the garland looks nice. Yeah, I'll go for the compliment.
Nimble hands you got there.
I should hope so. I'm a surgeon.
Think I prefer you using them this way.
Less blood?
More beauty.
Quit flirting.
There's a beauty to surgery, I assure you.
I know. Just out here, in this landscape, it does more for me than in an operating room.
Estrada, good to see you.
The sensor?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel.
Big Ag 72, hello, hello.
Wasn't sure what you needed it for. So I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Thanks. Might come in handy.
Sensor.
Shall we?
Let's go.
Alright. So we need to wake up a dead man.
The tome was spot on. This is impressive.
Yeah, too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such luxuries. Ooh, that looks just a little too creepy for me.
Don't have to come if you don't want. Wait here.
I like that idea.
Oh, she's
If there's any trouble, just yell. Be careful. Please.
Okie dokie.
Will be. Wouldn't want to give you even more work.
Okay, so we got a sensor, which I'm guessing... Yep. Brandon, I prefer to call it Wolfrip. So WFRP.
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum.
money. Spooky dungeon? Well, it is a crypt. Have any of y'all ever been in a actual, like, real-world mausoleum or crypt or anything? I've been in a mausoleum, like a big one. And sure enough, they are freaking creepy. Okay, that's locked.
Wraiths. Knew this wouldn't be easy.
Hello. Good old Night Haunt. You died in 1897, been there ever since? Oh, that's unfortunate. How? Well, okay, how's like the market though? Like, is it pretty affordable? I mean, you've been there for over 100 years, so like, it's got to be decent.
Sure hope so. Should look around. Probably shouldn't touch that. Vladimir von Everek, son of Bohumil and Christina.
Found him instantly.
There you are. Now for the ritual. Gotta spread the incense throughout the crypt, every room.
Have any quest item? Prepare. Yeah, okay. Hold on, let me look around a little. Oh, what happened to you? Oh, thanks for the key, random dead man, who looks like he died relatively recently. Oh, he fell through the well. Huh. Oh, he must have been trying to break in and then he fell and broke his neck. Well, sucks to be that dude. I'm a little sad that I found the correct crypt first. I would have liked to get like all the little tidbits. That's not a big deal though. Am I a Legend of Vox Machina fan? I suspect I will be when I get around to watching it. I haven't watched it.
Life and death, fire and blood. Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought. Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Don't mind me,
Arise
just
from the dust,
waking up the
ye
dead.
whose blood I have brought.
All right, Brandon. The Sigvald novel claims no living being can exist without a soul. Is this true?
Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Technically, yes. But you don't need to have an entire... Technically,
Arise
yes.
as a friend,
But you don't need to
for I am
have...
no foe.
You don't need to have an entire soul. That's the trick.
The living, ye who hath departed. Life and death, fire and blood. Time to light the votive fire. Fire and blood, life and death. I summon ye, whose blood I have brought.
Ugh, he put it in his mouth? Gross.
Fire and blood, life and death.
You have summoned me, stranger. Why?
Hello.
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everek.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Are you Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For von Evereck's rise only for von Evereck blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestitis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again. Death!
Oh my god.
To you! Kill him, von Everex.
For Olgierd's blood.
And y'all are spicy bunch of ghosts. Nope, nope. You like ring race? Jesus.
My. Ornery whoresons those von Everecks, eh?
Who are you?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir von Evereck, brother to Olgierd.
Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to fight your family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks. And Grandmum, too. Besides, what harm could you do them? They're dead as it is.
He's very fond of teleporting around.
Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on important business.
I'm a swiving corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
Get a lot of visitors?
At times, not often. For when someone does drop by, the whole band comes out to play.
Fun-loving family.
True. We're famed for our love of revelry and rumbles. We von Everecks have brawled and raided for generations. It's tradition. Naturally, with raids comes loot, so we always had the means to celebrate right lavishly. Towards the end of my life was when things went sour. But no point poking at old wounds. Just days before I died, my brother claimed he'd found a way to dig us out, restore our state.
Yeah, well, I don't think he found a very good way. Mizzou Skulltaker, good to see you. How you doing? If I don't have a soul, can I eat someone else to get theirs? No. Not generally speaking. I mean, that's kind of what gods essentially do. But if you're a quote unquote mortal entity and you don't have a soul, then you don't really exist. The closest thing that to like a quote unquote living creature that doesn't technically have a soul would be a demon. Or other entities like demons, like creatures of magic. But that's why they live by very specific rules, and it's difficult, and they have a lot of restrictions on how they function. But generally speaking, in fantasy, if something is in the habit of devouring souls, it usually is not a it is not a traditionally living creature. How's everyone doing? Everyone's doing well. Sadie's doing good. Me and her took a walk right before I started streaming, and I fed her dinner, so she's all good to go, and things are going good.
Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening. Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
Blanks and 40k also don't have souls? Well, that's 40k.
Don't mean to pry, but just a little curious how you died.
Ah! No need to be shy. Folk love such stories. I'd love this one too, were it not to end with my death.
So how did it happen?
On raids, it was our custom to storm the alderman's hut and then order the local clods to bring us kegs of spirit. And provide willing wenches to squeeze and churn about.
Gross.
Then, sadly, an ambush. Outmanned 5 to 1. We were overwhelmed. They killed me, crushed my skull like an eggshell between an upturned oak table and the stone floor.
Seems like you super deserved it, but all right.
Listen, feels like I should know Olgierd better. Tell me something about him.
Oh, a fantastic chap. A true cavalier. You won't find another like him in all Redania. The best there is for a drink or a brawl. We were pups when we started riding out on raids. Wet behind the ears. Borderland villagers shat their trousers at the very sound of the word Olgierd. I was his second in command, leading a band of rogues who'd ride through fire for us.
Sound like common bandits. Any difference?
Us? Bandits? Watch your words. True, some of our swordsmen were mindless brawlers, but not Olgierd. Always curious, took an interest in all things. He devoured books, adored paintings, and loved the most beautiful maid in the world.
Okay, man, so that girl is being brought up a lot.
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me, after my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and...
Joins the Red Host.
What the blistering devils?
Love you, Lawmaster.
You're a ghost.
Hoping for
Can't
some
grab
Warhammer
things.
3 news soon.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
I go nowhere. You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Let's see. If a vampire dies, which god gets their soul? Nobody does. One of the upsides and downsides to being a vampire is that what a vampire literally is it is a human who has, or other creature, that has severed their soul from the ether. So it is an entity who the entirety of their soul is bound purely within their own body, and to like things that are heavily associated with them. So like their artifacts that are bound to them and their mortal and their flesh, which is generally not mortal. So when they die, their soul doesn't go anywhere. When they die, they basically just fall into an abyss, an endless, dark, of nothingness where there's no concept of consciousness or anything like that. You know, what a lot of people suspect maybe happens to us when we die, for those that aren't religious. So that's kind of like the upside and the downside. Like, some vampires are extremely fond of the fact that they are truly immortal in the sense that their souls will never end, but some of them view that as a terrifying concept, not a one of relief. But you know, when your alternative is that when you die, your soul is going to be either torn apart and feasted upon by soul thieves or demons, or it's going to be basically kind of broken apart and absorbed by a god who will use it to further their own agenda. You know, you don't really have the best of options innately. But yeah, no, vampire souls don't go anywhere. They just, and that's also why truly killing a vampire is pretty much impossible. Even if you completely destroy their body down to ash, their essence is essentially still bound to that ash, or it might be bound at that point to like somewhere where they lived for a long time, or a weapon that they wielded, or any other number of places. But they don't go anywhere. Let's see. Can I Harzulian boy, good to see you. Can I get a lore fact on Kairos Fate Weaver? Let's see. What's a lore fact I haven't done? Let's see if I can dig something up. I've already talked a bit on stream about the time he attacked Bretonia. I've talked about how his head got split. Let's see. All right, how about this? Here's something y'all probably don't know. Let me tell y'all, would you like to know what Kairos's job actually is? So when he's not out running around the world, what he actually spends the vast majority of his time doing. Which is that, so Kairos resides within Impossible Fortress. He actually sits with Tzeentch at Tzeentch's right hand, and he performs a job. And his job is the following. Kairos now sits at Tzeentch's right hand, stirring the Stygian depths of the Well of Time, or sorry, the Well of Eternity, as he whispers aloud the secrets that only he can see. 9 times 9 Lords of Change transcribe these insights with quills drawn from their own plumage and inked with Tzeentch's very blood. Each scribe jealously guards the secrets he hears. Every such facet of eternity is a powerful tool in the unending intrigue and collusion of Tzeentch's court. For his part, Tzeentch cares not about the scheming of his minions, for he knows all that they know. Each secret transcribed by a Lord of Change is made a part of Tzeentch forever, and his understanding of eternity comes ever closer. Kamiya, that is not correct math, but I nice, but no. So Kairos's job, and the Destiny Scrolls, which are often referred to because Kairos calls himself the keeper of the Destiny Scrolls, is that the Well of Eternity is this, it's basically where time, like the true concept of time, exists within the realm of chaos, and it's at the very heart of Tzeentch's fortress, the Impossible Fortress. And that's what Kairos Fate Weaver was hurled into, because even Tzeentch himself cannot go in there. Even Tzeentch himself cannot understand it. It's too powerful a force, even for him. So that's what he used Kairos for. And now Kairos, although it left him physically weakened and also made him blind to the present, Kairos is actually capable of peering into the well and understanding it. So he spends much of his time just constantly interpreting what he sees within the well, and both of his heads are talking constantly, interpreting the past and the future. And then you have those those 9 times 9, so what, like 81 lords of change writing what they hear. So he's basically Tzeentch's ultimate piece in the great game for Tzeentch's desire to know everything that happens and to control everything that happens. I'm surprised he isn't completely insane. I mean, he is insane, yet they're demons. Demons are not like us. Demons do not have a concept of sanity, and they are not bound by a lot of the things that would bind us. If any kind of mortal creature was put in Kairos's position, yes, they would absolutely be completely and utterly insane. But Kairos is not limited by any such things. Is there a story behind the well? It's always been there. So it has been there as long as Tzeentch, as long as the Chaos Gods have existed. It is likely just it is a manifestation of the concept of time from our universe manifesting within the ether, and a lot of that kind of shenanigans tend to go down in there.
Guess I could bring someone here, and you could borrow their body just for the night.
You wish me to possess someone?
Yeah?
Say I agree. Whose body would I inhabit?
Dunno. One of Olgierd's men, maybe? Or a peasant who'd agree to do it for coin?
Oh, no, no, no. I shan't crawl into the skin of some unwashed bandit or dung-eating swineherd. I've a better idea.
Oh no, not gonna happen.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Geralt's like, no! Ah, shit. Well.
Geralt, wake up. Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Quit slapping me, woman.
Death was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
Have you gone mad?
Yes, as soon as I laid eyes on you.
Oh no.
Promise to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt, what's happened to you?
Geralt, I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry about that, Shani. That wasn't me.
So who was it?
Me?
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
You can't see him?
I wasn't talking to you.
Who to then?
Well, to him. To Vladimir.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Behave. Let's set some rules.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life, which is exactly what I aim to do.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Rude. This guy's such a pig.
I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
Mafia Solaire, good to see you.